5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm live. What's up, ibuumerang? How we doing out there? All over the world. Let us know where you're calling from. I know we've got some great friends and family members that are all over the world. You'll see me looking down at the screen because I want to see where you're from. What's happening on this Thursday? Welcome to the Vision Lounge, the very first Vision. Can I say this is the very first Vision Lounge? It is the one and only Vision Lounge that will ever be on Facebook Live. So those of you who are on Facebook right now, we actually allowed you to kind of slip in here to kind of see what's happening in the Vision Lounge. I am your CEO, HB, in the house today, and we are calling this over here at the office where we are. Today has been Big Money Thursday. You guys don't understand, okay? Can y'all say it with me? Big Money Thursday. One more time. Big Money Thursday. That's right. That's what it's been. It has been Big Money Thursday over here in the office. And see, it is amazing when you come to the office pumped up instead of waiting to get pumped up at the office. I walked through the door and the hellos and the high fives that came at me was just infectious. And it was just... It was incredible, the vibe, pun intended, the vibe that was actually happening over here at the flight deck, and things just happened. And one thing led to another, and one idea led to another, and Big Money Thursday actually gave birth, and it's still rolling in. The cash is still churning. The cash machine is churning right now. And so I want to say hello to all of you around. This is going to be, more of a casual call, but I can tell you this. I've got something that came from Big Money Thursday that I might talk about. Should I talk about it a little bit?
Yeah.
Should I mention something?
Yeah.
Like a little... What about a snippet?
Yeah.
What about a little slither?
Yeah.
Just a little hairline fracture bit.
Yeah.
Just a little teeny little bit, like my grandma said. Give me a smidgen. Can I give him a smidgen?
Yes. You can give him a tainch.
I can give him a tainch?
A tainch.
A tainch. I give you a little tainch. I don't know how that translates in French or Italian or even Spanish, but I think you get the point, okay? Can I give him poquito? A poquito amount, right?
Muy poquito.
All right. Okay. All right.
Poquísimo.
There we go. So I have my Italian. We have so many languages. Where's Yaz? Because she can give us some Arabic, right?
Yeah, she can. Yeah.
She can give us some Arabic, right? Mark can give us some Californian because you know they don't speak English.
Go, dude.
I give
Just a little bit.
just a little bit, right? All right.
Un poquito.
Un poquito. All right. I said it right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
So you got all sorts of them.
But somebody said just a little taste, okay? But no, guys, seriously, today has been it's been one of those days today. It's been have you ever been in a company that's like exciting?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's ibuumerang, right? I'm sorry. That was not fair. That was not a fair question to you guys. You guys are spoiled, right? That was not fair. Maybe I should have asked maybe in your previous life or something, right? But no, have you ever felt like everything just comes together, like right place, right time, right people, right ideas, right attitude, and everything just kind of gels together, and you just know that any of you ever you've been rushing to become 1 year older? Most people like, man, let me allow time to just wait. I can't wait to have another birthday because that means that the ideas that we came up with will be 1 year old by then. Do you know how many people will have been affected in a year from now? I'm telling you, it's going to be insane of what's going to happen. All right, but anyway, my people out there, let me. Are we on one of these things where I can see the people's faces? On this,
No.
We're not on that line, are we?
No.
But we can do the future one on that.
Well, I'm not scheduled to be on any future ones. I don't think. So, right. Anyway, all righty. But anyway, I see the Roland Rogans are there. Yep, I see you guys. Fabiola from Chile. I have been to Santiago, and I have to tell you guys, if you have, listen, I never forget when I went to Chile. I went to Chile the first time, and I have to be candid with you. This is why you can't listen to non-experts, okay? Who are non-experts? Media, social media, friends, family. Everybody who's in your ear who has a suggestion or a concept, those are the non-experts, right? So I'm on my way. I've got to go to Chile. I'm going to Santiago, Chile, and you know it's Latin American country in South America, and my thought process, because of being influenced by those people. Here's what I'll use a term. All right. I'll use a term. I was sniopped. I haven't used that term in ibuumerang yet. Ziggy, you know what sniopped mean?
Heard of it.
Okay. It means sniopp. SNIOP. Susceptible to negative influences of other people. I was sniopped. And so I remember on my way to, I'm so nervous. I was really nervous. And I'm sitting there thinking, wow, man, I'm going over here to this place and I don't want to get kidnapped. And I wonder which drug cartel is going to be there. And I know it's a poor country. And all of these negative thoughts. It's no different. This is why you don't tell somebody, call them up and say, hey, I got involved in this network marketing company. Because they've been sniopped. And so I'm coming, and I had all of these negative thoughts first as to what my experience was going to be about. And here's what I've learned. Ignorance causes fear. I was completely ignorant. I didn't even have any idea where Chile was on the map. And so I'm thinking it's going to be blistering hot. Why? When you think of Latin American countries, what do you think of? It's just heat. Hot. I get to Santiago. And ladies and my mind was blown. It reminded me, it was a combination of Paris, New York, and San Diego all in one city. The streets and the architecture and I would say the skyline of architecture was more advanced than Houston. The hotels, they had hotels there that are much nicer than any hotel in Houston, Texas. And people walk the streets 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and food everywhere. The weather was like San Diego. That's what it reminded me of. Perfect weather, 72 degrees all year round. Why did it remind me of New York? Because of all the people that were there. And I got there and I said, I will never prejudge anything again. Because I was prepared. I had my pre-kidnap kit. I had hired security from all over the place because, I'm going into this downtrodden society. And I owe Chile a big apology. And that was when I met my friend John Moreno for the first time, who's probably on this call. But anyway, stuff like that happens, and I'll use that as a training point. You know me, I can find any reason to train on anything. But I was SNIOPed, and I was susceptible to negative influences of other people, and so don't get SNIOPed. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, here's what I want you to do. Before I kind of go into some of this lounge stuff, I want you to learn how to segregate the people who have this disease called sniopsis. Can I call it a disease sniopsis?
Yep.
Or snioptosis or something? What is it?
No,
Would be
sniopsis is good.
Sniopsis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sniopsis. Because there's a lot of sniopsisism that happens around the world. Okay? I told you, we're going to have some, guys, this big money, what is today? Big Money Thursday! Right? It's Big Money Thursday here at the office. And so I want you to learn how to segregate the people who have, that disease, that sniopsis, and you don't cut them out of your life. All right. And my mom told me a long time ago, I'll never forget. She said, "Son, don't ever pray and ask God to remove obstacles out of your life." I said, "Well, why?" She said, "Because, son, one day I might become an obstacle, and you don't want God taking me completely out." I said, "Wow, you're right." And so you can separate them. This is why I love Mom, but Mom knows she's got 7 minutes with me on the phone. Any conversation, any day, 7 minutes. Why? Because minute number 8, I'm going to hear about who died and who's about to die and who's got, who's got paralysis in their pinky toe, whose hair is going to fall out because they're of a, whatever it is, right? My mom knows I just kind of zone out when it comes to that. But our first 7 minutes of conversation is absolutely phenomenal. She is the most positive person in the world for 7 minutes. I don't know how it goes after 8 minutes because I don't stay on the phone. All right. But Mom, she's probably watching. If my brother's watching, and she knows I love her. So this is not me talking about my mom, but I have to segregate them. And I have to separate the sniopsis, the people who have sniopism, okay? And, or people who have sniop. I've given the disease so many different names, right? But you have to segregate and separate them because what I realize is those people become the dream stealers. And they mean you well. They don't mean you harm. They're not trying to, to be a hindrance to you. It's not. It's that they love you and they want to protect you, but they're not exposed to what you're exposed to. And so that's why I had to learn how to do that, because otherwise my life would have been more of a mirror image, or my successes would have been a mirror image of my parents. And I was so glad that I use what's called the baton method. Whenever you run a relay race, and just like the Olympics, and someone is handing you the baton, how many of you would think that you'd go further if you grabbed the baton and ran the opposite way or stayed right there with them? No, you grab the baton and you extend the race. And what is it that they do? They stay right there. And so the philosophy that I want all of us to have is the philosophy that successful people have, and that is you should have a goal to start where your parents finished, and your children should start where you finish. My goal is for my sons, I always call them sons because they all live together, and they all, they all act like I'm their daddy. All right, especially Ziggy over here. And where's George? I got all these kids. Yeah, that's right. All of them need whoopings. And I do. I verbally whoop them up, not don't abuse them. So don't call CPS. I get on their butts, and I don't, trust me, I don't, when they act up and they do some dumb stuff, like every hour, I get on them. Okay, I get on them. So, but anyway, but the goal is for them to start where we finish, not to repeat the same thing. What good is it for me to tell my kids, well, when I was 18, I used to walk 18 miles to go to school. Well, you shouldn't have to walk 18 miles to go to school. If you did, that means I didn't do my job. Now, if you have to walk 17 miles, but the load should be lighter is what I'm talking about. And so we want to extend that. In terms of extend the longevity of this information so that ignorance doesn't perpetuate through your family legacy. And there's a lot of people out there who just don't know. And our goal is to get you to know. Now, so let's talk a little bit about what is this thing called vision. All right, vision. When I look at vision last year, many of you saw and have experienced some of the replays, the recaps, and vision is exactly what we're talking about. It's a place where we sell the future. It's a place where we brag about the future. It's a place where the corporate puts on its stuff and we share all of what life can be like in anywhere from 90 days to 18 months out. Wouldn't it be cool to hang around people like that? Knowing you're hanging around people who their conversation is majority about the future. Let me ask you a question. Because I can tell you that where you're going to be in life and in this business is based off of two things: the people you associate with and the books and the audios that you actually digest. Who do you listen to? I can give you examples of what I call small thinkers. Small thinkers always talk about people. Girl, did you hear what she said? Dude, did you hear about what happened over here? Blah, 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 and all of this kind of stuff. And it's always about people. Right? And whether it doesn't have to be negative, but it's about people. You can only learn so much having a conversation about people. Medium-sized minds, they talk about things. What did they buy last? Have you seen the latest this? Have you seen the latest shoe that came out? Man, these shoes. And that's the center of their conversation 90% of the time. Okay? 90% of the time. Okay? And, people say you are what you think about. How many of you believe that? You guys believe that?
Yes.
You are what you think about? If that was true, then my son would be a 23-year-old female. Female. Because that's all he thinks about, right? That's what he be, right? But no, it's true. It is true to an extent, right? You are what you think about. Or you project what you think about. And So medium-sized minds, they talk mostly about things. Small minds talk about people, okay? Medium-sized minds talk about things and current events. So the topic of conversation for people who only live in the coronavirus and who only lives in what's happening with protests. They're doing nothing about it, but they talk about it. Medium minds, they feel very good in it. Now, this is not judgment. This is truth. Your only conversation or the only thing that you can talk about is current events or things or things that have just recently happened. Whereas when you want to know what the 1% talk about, concepts and ideas. It's where big minds think, concepts and ideas. And see, today on Big Money Thursday, we walked into the office. I called everybody in. I said, hey, guys, idea room, everybody. Let me ask you guys a question. How'd you guys feel? Nobody knew we were going into the idea room. How did y'all feel after that 1 hour? How'd you feel?
Invigorated.
Fired up, right?
Excited.
Excited, right? Tigger, how'd you feel?
I just felt inspired.
Inspired. Kid, how'd you feel?
Clear.
I was just excited.
Now imagine I would have made that call. Hey, everybody in the idea room, and I would have talked about what the weather is going to be, or how many people died. Guys, we got to do something. How many people died? Or I just talked about politics. That energy that you have right now came from the concept of having a bigger mind. And bigger minds and big people, the 1%, talk about the future. And that's all we talked about was the future. So why would a person want to be at Vision? You don't come to Vision because you're a person who talks about people. And many of us do. We our discussion primarily is about people. Who's not working in our group? Who is working in the group? Who's working crossline? Did you see that? And did you see, is that volume? Are they going to do this? And blah, blah, blah this and blah, blah, blah that. And who does she think she is? And who does he think he is? And why does he talk so long? And why doesn't she talk enough? It's people. It's people. Those people probably don't want to, they're not inspired at this moment to come to Vision, but you should. And then you got the other people, all right, who talk about just the current events and things. But this appeal to you guys is because you are visionaries. That's why you're on this call. You're a visionary. You talk about the future. You make the future happen. And that's what Vision is going to be about. It's going to be about the future. Promise you that. It's going to be about the future. How do you prepare yourself for Vision? How do you prepare yourself for thinking of the future? Now, this event is virtual. Now, remember what I told you earlier. I said, don't get sniopped. Well, I can't believe that the price is the same and we're not going to be there. That's one thought. Let me ask you a question. Even yourselves, okay? Because I've had my moments of being a average person before. I had moments of fitting into the crowd. I call it conformism. Just I'm a conformist. I'm not going to do too much. I'm not going to do too little, but I'm going to make sure when the crowd moves, I move as well. I've been there before. And that's kind of when my house was $250,000. My house was about to be foreclosed on, and I was $250,000 in debt because I was a conformist. And leadership was in me, but I didn't understand that I had to choose myself to be the leader. And once I chose myself as a leader, I realized, wow, my life changed. So. Why would the ticket be the same price? You're right. As I think about it, it should be more. We're not considering taking the price down. I'm actually considering doubling the price. I know what we're putting into it. You were part of the meeting that we just had, right? And all that not even about the money. What if it only cost us $200 to produce it? It has nothing to do with that. I'm talking about value. If it only costs us it's not about, how much it costs. Now, we're going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on this event. But I want to shape your mind. I want to get you prepared for coming to Vision. Because if you come to Vision with a conformist mindset, then Vision is not going to work for you. So I want you to just think about who your company is. Who's your CEO? Who's your global master ambassador? Who's your executive team? Who are your diamonds? Do we deliver? Specifically when it comes to events. If you've never been to one, ask somebody. We deliver. So the concept that I want you to think of is, number one, wow. The hotels this round will not take $1,000 a person from the people in my group. Okay? By the way, the hotels and the airlines make the most amount of the money at any event that we do. I wish that, that we own the hotel, then we can make some of the money, but we don't. Those are the ones who make the money from the event. Here, you're going to be in the comfort of your environment that you create. So I want you to go ahead and start choosing, where do you have a front row seat? Where are you going to watch Vision? Where? Are you just going to be driving along and devalue your ticket? Because see, if you were in Vegas, you wouldn't be driving. See, driving along or having the television on is like being in Las Vegas, and when I make big announcements, you're out there playing slots. We are going to over-deliver content. We've already made the decision. We're going to over-deliver. We said this is going to be transformative. And we're going to get results. We are. So decide. Number one, where is Vision taking place in my environment? Is it going to be at your home? Is it going to be at, your buddy's place? Are you going to be at work? And if you can't take off, are you going to take off? Or, because see, if you were in Vegas, you'd be off. See, this is how serious it is for me. This is not, I have all the conveniences. I don't have to take off work. I can be at home and I can just put it in my ears while I'm working. Now, if you have to do that, then that's what you do. But you should be preparing for this event like it's yours. Prepare for it like it's yours. I'm going in 2 days early, just like I do with a normal event. I'm staying late, just like a normal event. I'm setting up and having, I know Edwin is already setting up game planning sessions with leader after leader after leader after leader right after, because he knows what's coming and what's being announced. It's no different. The only difference is you're going to get more. You're going to get a whole lot more. So number one, how many people are going to watch Vision in your organization? How many have a ticket? How many? How many people who join your team? Do you know how many people get a phone call from their sponsor saying, hey, listen, I know you just joined, but we've got a major event that's coming up. Did you get your ticket when you enrolled? Or do you need to get it right now? Yeah, this is how I promote the event. This is what you do. I'm telling you this not to sell, not for the purpose of selling the ticket or selling the event for the revenue, but for the exposure. Guys, we got a vision. We want 20,000 connections. We want 20,000 people on this thing. 20,000. We've got some work to do. I'm going to help you with that work. 20,000. I want you to write that goal down. How, and in this chat here, I want you to tell me, your CEO, how, and don't give me some number that I'm impressed with. I don't care about being impressed. Tell me, how many can I count on from you? If it's 2, you know what? As long as you do as much as you can to get 2, if you're 1 right now and you get 2, you grew 100%. I can accept that. I can take that. What I can't accept, I'm not going to participate. I'm not going to take the survey. Did a survey the other day on a leaders call, and we had about 60% of the people who contributed to the survey. But when there's a problem, 100% of the people who experience a problem complain. 60% contribute to the answer. This is why people say the majority of people, regardless of you a leader or not, won't show up for their own rescue. So I'm reaching out to you guys right now. What's your number? Give me your number. How many are you going to bring? How many are you going to be responsible for? 2, 3, 5, 10? Not in you don't have to tell me your whole group. What are you personally going to do? How many people, how many phone calls are you, until if you set a goal for 5 and you say, you know what, I will have 5 people who do not have a ticket. I will be responsible for making sure 5 people don't miss out on vision. I don't want to give you the number. And don't give me a number that you're not going to work towards. It doesn't work for me. And it won't work for you. We've got some work to do. We said 20,000. Guys, we have some work to do. 20,000. 20,000. I was talking to a friend of mine last night, and they were telling me about, the event Tony Robbins just did. It was the cheapest ticket was $300. And I think the most expensive ticket was it 800, 2,000?
No,
1,200.
way more. Yeah, it's 1,200.
12, I think it was 2,000. I think it was 2,000, T. Gray.
A basic ticket was $350, and it was between $1,200 and $2,000 to get everything.
Okay, $1,200 and $2,000 to get everything. Do you know the problem that he had, guys? You know why he only had 20,000 people? Because he did a Zoom platform. He did a special deal with Zoom. And they were blowing it out of proportion. They couldn't get enough connections to fit all the people. So he's already booked 4 more of those events. And everybody I talked to said, I talked to somebody who's, they are a multi-gazillionaire in this industry of network marketing. Started off real small. If you saw them, you wouldn't even, think that they were this multi-successful person. And they said, I only want to watch Tony through virtual. I see, every time a problem comes or challenge, what we do as entrepreneurs and visionaries is we must find a way to rise above, and every big problem brings a much bigger and better solution. What was the problem? Quarantine. But you think we were going to let quarantine steal our dream? No. So now, what do we do? We're being so creative to say, wow, hold on for a second. We were probably going to have 8,000, 9,000 people at Vision live, but now we get to double up, baby. We're going to double up, have 20,000 people watching Vision. But see, if you are not the CEO of your organization, you won't be as excited as I am about promoting it. Are you just a customer? Are you a first-class customer or a first-class CEO? See, your business, you're the CEO starting with you. From where you are in your organization, it starts with you. That's how you do this, right? That's how you win. And so what is your number? I want you to be a first-class CEO. I ain't the only CEO around here. If I'm the only CEO around here, Houston, we've got a problem. Right? We have a problem. This is just the first class lounge. I'm hanging out with my CEOs. If you're a customer, jump off the line for a quick second while I make some CEO announcements here. Then you can pop back on in a few minutes. If you're just a customer cruising through, no problem. We still want you to do your thing. Okay? But this is I said first class lounge. It's not a first class lounge. I've been doing those first class. I did a first class lounge yesterday for David Hunt and that group out there, man. Avon Nash was on there. The first diamond that we have in Europe, David Hunt, Jose Luis was on there. I didn't hear or see, but I believe Ami was on there as well. New Diamond was on that call as well. Ami and Nina. It was rock solid. Anna sent me a message. She says, "I've never seen you talk with such a flow." It's the people. It's you. It's the boomerang, baby. It's boomerang. You give, and it's going to be given back the same proportion. The energy that they give, we give it back. That's all. So, a couple things here. Here's what's important. You decide who you're going to come. Where's vision going to be? Number one, have your vision attire ready. Be ready. Don't come to vision in your pajamas. No. Yeah, I know you're home. I know you. Don't be laying in the bed. Some of you, we're gonna be able to see. We don't want to see you laying in the bed, with your hair rollers in your hair, or your headscarf, or your shower cap, or your little robe, and guys with your little chest hair sticking out, little taco meat just sticking out over there, or lettuce wrap. We got vegans over here, so that offended Kitsia when I said taco meat, lettuce wrap. Y'all know, or bean sprout sandwich over here, right? The little bean sprouts hanging out of your chest. We don't want to see that kind of stuff, right? That's not what we want to see. All right. Has Toomey put together a tire kit?
It's happening.
It's already happening.
You're wearing a teaser.
Oh, this shirt This is.
It's a teaser.
I've been getting so many compliments. I almost got jumped. These guys, they saw me. I was like, "Back up, dude. The shirt is white. I don't want your little dirty fingerprints on here, right?" Yeah, because I walked in. I had this shirt that was given to me by our VP of Boom Gear, Tunde, and everybody started looking at me like I came in with chocolate chip cookies or something. I was like, "It's just Boom Gear." So this is part of it, right? Okay, cool. I like this. How many of y'all like this white on white? You like this?
I like it, yeah.
You like that?
It's nice.
It's really nice.
Yeah. I want it.
You want
Take off
it?
right now.
Sorry, Mark. Sorry. Yeah, this doesn't come in extra medium.
Yes,
So,
it does.
but I have something I want to say to you guys here, real quick. Okay. I don't want to keep you long. How long have we been on? Because I hate to keep the people. I got some work to do.
46 minutes.
46 minutes. I got to finish up here. Why? Because it is what? Big Money Thursday! Nicole, I didn't hear you say that. See, you can't be in the. I will put you on blast. Ask Ziggy. I will put. So Nicole's gonna say this by herself. Nobody else. Nicole, what is today?
Big Money Thursday.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, I'll put you on blast. I will. Okay, so here's what I've been thinking about. We were talking about this today in our Big Money Thursday meeting. And so are you yawning?
Oh, I knew that was.
Kitsia is
I saw that one.
Kit, you want? Am I that boring? Guys, am I boring? Am I boring? Am I boring you, Kitsia?
I got 3 hours of sleep.
You got 3 hours of sleep? Well, you got 2 hours more than me. What are you complaining about?
I'm sorry, Mr. Bug.
No, it's okay. I understand. I don't understand, but I'll accept it today. Yawning while I'm. How are you going to yawn in my presentation?
Like a big yawn too, like loud.
Hey, T Grace, just next time, just step on her toe.
I'm like, for real.
Just step on the pinky toe, the baby toe.
Yeah.
All right. So here's what Here's what I was thinking about. I got a big idea. Mark says always, right? I have a big idea. And I actually I can't do it by myself. And I'm being sincere now. This is all jokes aside. I I need some help. Okay. We already talked about selling the tickets, how many you're going to do. But on a serious note, I've got something that's very important. And I need some help. And I thought about who better to help me than the people that I love and trust the most. Y'all have any clue who those people are? I think y'all know who those people are, right? It's you. Because we were talking about who do you trust, HB? Yeah. Who do you trust? Who can you close your eyes and know that they're going to do what they told you they'll do, and you don't have to worry? And my answer was our ambassadors. And I don't know if this has ever been done before. And I know we have, a few thousand people watching right now for this little short meeting, but we don't have the bandwidth to have everybody help. I'm putting together a major project. And I need a few of you. I want a few of you to roll with me. It's not about rank at all. It's not. It's not about rank, or it's not about would you been $1 million earner. It's about trust. It's about vision. It's about the future. It's about having something so important in your hands, but can I trust you with it? And also, what would you do with it? So can I trust that you'll not only, can I trust you, but can I trust that you'll protect it? And some of them said, well, you're taking a risk. And I said, no, I'm not taking a risk. These are our people. These are our people. This is, well, how do you do this with some? How are you going to build trust with some who don't even speak the language? I'll hire a translator. We have technology. I'm not going to allow a language barrier to come between the trust of me and some of my family members. So we thought of a number. And then I said, they came up with the number. They said, we need, the number was 60. And I said, well, 60, I like 60. But I have another number that means so much to me. That number is 72. And 72 of my most trusted ambassadors are going to help develop the future. And within the next 5 to 6 days, you'll know who you are. I'm not choosing trust friends or ambassadors that I know and that I've had relationships with forever. That's not what this is about. This is about the future of our company and people all over the world. If you get a phone call, you need to pay close attention. If you get a phone call When you get that phone call, here's what I need from you. You can't tell anybody you got the phone call. I know I know that's going to be tough. I really do. I know you're going to want to go tell the world, but that's my first thing. You can't tell anybody. It's something I personally, I'm going to do it with you. 72 of you. 72. And there's going to be a series of questions that I'll ask or whatever it is, but you can't tell anybody. You can't tell your sponsor. You can't tell the new person you sponsored. You can't tell your upline diamond. You can't even tell your upline black diamond. You can't even tell Edwin Haynes, your GMA. You can't. You can't tell him. This is us. Okay. And the people that I resonate a lot with and why I built this company is circulated around our fish and our elephants. You guys know that story, and you know our monkeys. We love them. Just that comes without saying. So it's not about picking or choosing one over the other. It's not about, and some of them will be, a part of it as well. But I need your help. And I want to do something with you, and I'm willing to bet on you, the 72 of you, versus bet on what the other option was. Don't know your names yet. I don't. There's some work that we have to do. Big Money Thursday just started. It's not ending until we finish. Okay, so Kittia will only get 2 hours of sleep tonight. But and if you don't get the phone call, it's okay. Remember, there's only 72 of you. Okay, but we need you. We want you, and we trust you already. But I can tell you, it will be impactful. It will. So, vision is coming. It's here. And build your business towards vision. Finish strong this month, the month of July. It's already been a really good month. Finish strong. Starting August, ladies and gentlemen, we have the World Series will be over. We were crowned champions. But September 4th, 5th, 6th, with what we're going to do, and all of you, I need all of you participating on 4th, 5th, and 6th. And the numbers that you put in there, whoever it is, however many it is, I want you to get together a plan and you get it done. Okay? When you get someone and you call someone, you've registered someone for vision, check that off. If you're involved in a chat group of some kind, I don't care what chat group you're in, what I want you to do is I want you to go into that chat group with your upline or whoever you're in with and say, got one. Or use that DJ Khaled thing, another one. And I want to see chats lit up, and there's some diamonds who are part of some of these chats. When people go out there and get another one, I want you to screenshot it. Diamonds, screenshot those chats when people go out there and get another one and another one and another one. Whoever it is that they got, and I want you to put another one and the name of the person who was that other one. And they're going to screenshot your diamonds. Make sure your diamond knows, and they're going to put it in a chat that I'm in. And I'm going to be surfing through to see who's my master promoters. That's what I'm going to be looking for. And you always know HB's always looking to do something cool and something special. I never, ever, or I always put myself in a position so that my upline could know who I was by my work and not my words. Love you guys.
HB.
Yes, sir.
Patrice McGravin put on the Facebook chat.
Uh-huh.
Congratulations to me and the other 71. Thank you in advance.
Hey, Patrice, I love that. That's what I'm talking about. Ownership, baby. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is HB, your CEO, and you have been a witness to Big Money Thursdays on the First Vision Lounge. I love you guys with everything I have. I can't wait to jump through that screen and be with you in Vision. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. Let's go out there and make it happen. Another one. Boom. See you guys.
Got a whole lot of race, yeah. Choose your right. Got a whole lot of race, yeah. Choose your right. Got a whole lot of race. Choose your right, yeah. I wanna vibe, I can choose, yeah. I only win, I don't lose, yeah. Pedal to the metal, then I cruise, yeah. Listen to just what I do, yeah. I'm loving this vibe, yeah. I'ma live it up for life, yeah. I'ma choose what I like, yeah. Right now, I made up my mind. Let's go. Got a whole lot of